But I want to ask, like, because what people that are watching this probably really care about is because they're probably looking for a job and they're not seeing the flow system, lean understanding, rank one. They're seeing, you know, PSM and all these other things. And so how are you or the organization going to get past that? Or are you already getting past that? Are we going to see the flow system appearing on our job descriptions, which we all hate job descriptions, right? But they're probably going to be around for at least till someone solves that problem. Maybe the flow system will help us have the answer, but who knows?
Let me give you a couple of examples. So I created something a couple of 3 years ago called Scrum the Toyota Way. I was able to offer some professional Scrum certifications for those that wanted it because of my role as a PST, and I got special dispensation through Scrum Org and Ken Schwaber's organization, which was fantastic for them to offer that. But I ran some experiments. People didn't really care about the certificates. People wanted the deep training because I was starting to teach things like inductive and deductive reasoning along with abductive reasoning. When was the last time you heard those words in a Scrum class? And so we were teaching, yeah, exactly. We were going back to the Copernican revolution and Galileo and Francis Bacon and the birth of empiricism. And we were recognizing there's no such thing as three pillars. Oh, bless you there. 3 pillars of empiricism. And if you go read my LinkedIn article, you'll see that Ken even told me that he made those up, which is good. And there's nothing wrong with the way Scrum is taught. But, so we teach these deep foundational levels, even in that course. And only yesterday, I get a text from somebody who used to work with me, who's working in a different company now. I'll protect everybody for the so there's no incrimination. And guess what was on the person's resume? In their qualifications, Scrum the Toyota Way. So people are putting it on their resume. Now, fast forward a little bit. Let's say you go for an interview and you say, I am qualified and experienced and deeply knowledgeable, assuming you are, in complexity thinking, solving complex problems, complex adaptive systems. I understand a great deal about new leadership models, distributed leadership, and the way to have collective decision making. And I understand active listening. I understand psychological safety and what that actually means now to implement it. And I have a deep understanding of team science, how to build effective teams, not just efficient teams. Those words will get you hired. That's in there. The title doesn't matter. It's the knowledge that matters, and your ability to explain and articulate them and why they're relevant in an organizational context. Now, let's jump a bit further. So we already have 2 major global customers using the flow system. We're teaching it, we're educating, we're presenting it, we're coaching it, providing with deep knowledge, many copies of the book. And if anybody's interested, you can go to Amazon, get the book. If you want a signed copy, drop me a line and we'll figure that one out for you. So even I have tabs in my own book because this book is created not only as an education tool, but as a reference. This isn't, Agile 101 or some quick flight on an airplane sort of throwaway business novel. It's actually a lot of deep education. There's all the references and links, and it takes you off in different directions. But back to the company. Companies are starting to, there's another company I can't tell you about, but it's a very large oil-based company. Let's just leave it at that for now, where one of my co-creators is actually consulting in great depth at the moment. And they've all got the flow guide, which is free. It's online. And actually, you can read the book for free if you go to UNT's website, the University of North Texas, because it's published by Equine Publishing, which is University of North Texas Publishing, and you can read the book online for free. And you can download single page images. It's quite restrictive, but if you want to read it in your browser, you can just keep clicking to the next page, and the entire book's there free of charge for students. That's part of access to education rather than having to buy it if you don't want to have to invest any money, or 10 books on Kindle if you want to. But the reality of it is organizations are now printing out the flow guide, they're reading the flow system book, they're starting to explore training options. We're talking to a number of organizations, and only today, when we're recording this, which is what's today, March 26th or something like that. So we got academic endorsement. I was actually able to say it publicly because the university in question in Europe, in Hungary, have started talking about this in public, and they're actually running 3 semesters, 8 weeks per semester, with guest lecturing from Professor Turner on the flow system. It's now become a academic sort of program for leaders who are studying in a leadership academy as part of a university course degree, and these have become disciplines. Later this year, and I can't announce the details yet, but later this year, the flow system combined with additional complexity material from Dave Snowden will become an official MBA concentration at a major US university, and you'll be able to enroll in that. So we're getting academic endorsement, we're getting commercial endorsement. And the word from the industry, and not to be disrespectful, because I think the agile movement is critically important. I think business agility is critically important. And I see 3 levels of agility: business agility, product agility, so Scrum, the new product goal type thing, and then team agility, individuals and interactions, team science, the science of teamwork and team and team training. So these things are critical. But a lot of organizations, they've done the agile thing, they've done the Scrum thing, they're in the echo chamber. And the challenge is that these approaches are not solving the fundamental problems of organizational design and organizational behaviors. And actually, Dean on SAFE has once come out and says, we don't try and change your organization, we don't change your behaviors. That's all up to you. But that's the problem. And so what we're trying to do now is give organizations something away from that echo chamber, and all these 2-day Scrum Master classes and similar, and actually provide a much deeper understanding of how to recognize the challenges, and then possibly the tools and techniques in their context to solve those challenges. So yes, it will become a resume thing, I'm pretty sure, just like Scrum the toy. I was really smiling ear to ear when I saw that resume. I only saw a little extract. They didn't give me any personal information, but just the fact that people are now citing my original training, which did win an award at the global level at the Global Agility Awards. It won an award for that course, but people are citing that on their resumes. Fast forward 2 years from now, I think people will be talking a lot more about this.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So I would say for anyone watching, if you want to future proof your resume, I think this is a great way to go.